Hey everyone, in today's Brawl Stars video I'm going to be going over the latest news, information and update news for Brawl Stars. Without further ado, let's hop into the first bit of news. First up, I have the dates of when the new skins Horus and Tanuki Jessie will be released. I also have some gameplay of them, which I'll share in just a moment. It's been confirmed that the release date of Horus is the 17th of April and Tanuki Jessie will be released on the 29th of April. Also, congratulations to all the winners of Horus from Jedi Cause giveaway on Twitter. So with that in mind, I'm going to put on screen some gameplay of Horus, and as you can see, he has some awesome custom animations and some really cool effects to his attacks, and obviously his arrows and mines look very different. I think this is one of the best skins in the game, and it's a bit of a bargain for what you get, as it only costs 150 gems. Next up, we have some Tanuki Jessie gameplay. She is also going to be 150 gems, and has a new attack, which looks like an acorn, as does Scrappy, her turret. There's also a new throw animation and model for her turret, and her attacks also have different sounds. However, there aren't any custom animations for the win and lose poses, but in my opinion, this is a really cute skin, and is worth the 150 gems. So now we're going to move on to the balance changes that went live this morning. There are quite a few buffs and nerfs, as well as some other bug fixes and changes during the maintenance. Let's go over the changes and bug fixes first, and then we'll take a look at the balance changes themselves. In the maintenance, 5 bugs were fixed. Supercell fixed a crash bug in game rooms, fixed a bug which prevented Daryl from destroying decorations with his super, fixed a bug that sometimes allowed Jackie and Frank to kick the ball in Brawl Ball while channeling their super, fixed a bug which prevented Tara's gadget from revealing all enemies on the map, and fixed a bug which displayed a persistent new badge over the shop. Just a quick editor's note, but as I'm editing this, Brawl Stars has just gone into another maintenance break, and this time they're fixing the looking for the team feature. Not quite sure what's wrong with it, but apparently it's now going to be fixed. Anyway, back to the video. There were also some small gameplay changes. Gadgets now interrupt health regeneration only upon activation and not for the whole duration of the gadget use, and the gadget effects are no longer interrupted by using your main or super attack. In Showdown, meteors are no longer focusing on a single brawler during the early game, and poison cloud damage now scales up after the 5th consecutive hit from the poison. They also added additional Supercell ID friends countries, which are Japan, Canada, Hong Kong, Australia and New Zealand, and lastly, season end trophy decay now happens varyingly between 0 and 60 minutes. Now let's look at the balance changes which are now live in the game. B. Increased main attack projectile speed by 5%. BB. Increased movement speed from fast to very fast. Poco. Increased main attack damage from 660 to 700. Spike. Increased curveball effectiveness by 50%. Crow. Decreased defense booster charges from 3 to 2. Ems. Decreased friend zoner charges from 3 to 2. Jackie. Decreased health from 5,500 to 5,200. Jean. Decreased lamp blowout healing from 1,000 to 700. And that's it for the maintenance break earlier today. Now I'm going to go over some things Frank has said on Twitter recently, and I highly recommend you follow him to keep up to date with the latest news and information regarding Brawl Stars. First, we're going to look at a few tweets talking about the Underdog system, as there's been lots of people complaining about it and not fully understanding how it works. Yesterday, Frank put out a tweet explaining how Underdog can be triggered, and I'm quickly going to go over it here. Underdog can be triggered in 2 ways. The first way is if the 2 other players you're playing with are playing together in a team and the difference between their brawler trophies is greater than 200. So for example, if you have 750 trophies and the other 2 are in a team together, and one of them has 750 trophies and the other has 600 trophies, their trophy difference is only 150, so you will not receive Underdog for that match. However, you would be eligible for Underdog if their trophy difference was greater than 200. So for example, if their brawler trophies were 750 and 500, that's a 250 trophy difference, so you would be eligible for Underdog there. You can also receive Underdog, and your whole team will too, if the average trophies of your team is 200 or more trophies lower than the average trophies of the enemy team. It doesn't matter if your team is made up of randoms or if it is pre-made. So for example, your team has brawlers with 500, 550 and 450 trophies. Your average is 500 trophies. The enemy team has brawlers at 800, 700 and 750. Their average is 750 trophies. So as the trophy difference is 250, you're eligible for Underdog as it is greater than 200. Hopefully this clears up some confusion with how the Underdog system works, and some people have also asked if there will be any changes to the Underdog system, which we're going to briefly go over now. Vector TGM asked if they'd increase the number of trophies extra you win from being an Underdog, and Frank said there are currently no plans to do this. Anis asked about changing the difference in trophies required to receive Underdog from 200 down to 150 or 100. Frank replied saying a 100 trophy difference isn't meaningful enough in terms of expected skill to warrant being an Underdog, and said the aim of the Underdog system isn't for it to trigger often, it's just there to soften the blow in some extreme cases. Luca also asked a similar question, and Frank said they keep an eye on it, but they're pretty happy with the limit of 200 for now. And moving away from the Underdog system, Nick asked for Frank's thoughts on allowing players to pick the music playing in the lobby, like the Brawler Days music or the Lunar New Year music. He suggested that the tracks could be purchased in the shop with gold, and Frank interestingly replied saying he thinks it would be cool, which suggests something like this may not be ruled out for a future update. Lastly, JS asked whether our best time for the ticketing events will be removed from our player profile, and Frank replied with, "Who says the modes go anywhere?" From this, I reckon that the ticketing modes will remain in the game after the next update, but we'll just play them differently through a new system. Let's hope we're still able to earn a ton of tokens from them like we do currently. I'm just going to end this episode by saying that I hope you're all enjoying the new Brawl Stars challenge series, and if you have any ideas for challenges that I could do alone or with Skull Gamer, please leave them in the comment section, as I'd love to do some challenges set by you, my community. Also, make sure to let me know in the comments what your favourite skin is it Horus Bow or Tanuki Jessie? And lastly, do you think Sprout will be balanced, overpowered or underpowered upon release? Personally, I think it'd be insanely strong, and that ability to trap opponents for up to 10 seconds and at spawn too is going to be extremely broken. I really wouldn't be surprised if he gets an emergency nerf within a few days or in the first week after release, like we saw with Jackie. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and as always, make sure to leave a like, share this video with your friends, drop a comment, and most importantly, click that big red subscribe button and turn notifications on by tapping the bell so you never miss an upload. Goodbye.